Hey, so if you're looking into getting some assistance with your health or for anything for that matter, whether it's something you need to purchase or some services that you need, whether it's coaching, even counseling, whatever it might be, I wanted to give you this recommendation. It came up in a discussion yesterday, and I just wanted to address this, and I believe that it'll be helpful in preventing a lot of complications or issues, or just really helping you to really solidify what it is that you need, or to help you get what you need. And I'll take the example of a personal trainer because that's my area of expertise. When you're initially going to purchase or even inquire, or you're looking for a trainer, some of the components you want to kind of keep an eye out for is the collecting of information. And what I mean is, even when you go to say like maybe a furniture store or a clothing store, and you're looking to purchase something, when you meet the individual or when the individual approaches you to offer assistance, their ability to be able to help you is going to be based on the questions that they ask. So how can I serve you a meal if I don't know what it is that you're looking for? Now, another thing that I think is important for the professional, the one who's giving the assistance, is to not just ask questions, like to ask in-depth questions, applicable questions, but you also um, asking those questions for the sake of collecting that information so that you can give them what it is that they're looking for. But what I've found to be really important and helpful, even in situations that I have encountered, is to ask questions with the intent of finding out how much the individual is aware of in regards to what they're looking for. So say for instance you're going to buy an electronic device, and the individual, you encounter the person when you go into the store and you say, oh, I'm looking for this, that, and the other. And they can walk you over and show you what you're looking for, or they can ask, well, are you looking for one to use for this type of reason, or for another type of reason? And what happens, or what I've experienced, and maybe you too, is that when the individual asks me more questions, they're asking me questions based on what they know. So they're not just saying, you know what, let me just give them, what they're asking me for, but let me give them what they need. And so you can only do that, for one, by having experience with what it is that the service that you're providing. So I've had experiences with individuals to where I've asked a question, say maybe say, what if you ask a general question like, um, how are you doing today? Or how are your eating habits on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. And they say, oh, about a 9. And then you ask the person something more specific, okay? Maybe you say, well, how often do you eat, fresh vegetables and fruit? Oh, well, I usually eat them, all the time. I like vegetables. I like fruits. Okay. Well, how many times have you had fresh fruits and vegetables today? Oh, well, today wasn't a typical day. I didn't have any today. Okay, that's fine. Then you ask them, well, when did you have them yesterday? Oh, I didn't have any yesterday, but yesterday wasn't a typical day. Okay. How about the day before? And as you're asking more specific questions, you're finding out not just what the person is looking for, but you're going to be able to assist them in how you can give them what they need. So if someone needs a pair of shoes, the pair of shoes is not just going to be in general, oh, there are the shoes, but you're asking, well, what is the event for? And then from there you're saying, you know what, I've realized that when people buy this particular shoe for this event, that this happens. So I'm going to think, or I'm going to recommend that you get this along with that, to make sure that you mention something that you're aware of that they're not aware of. So you're giving them valuable information to not just give them what they think they want, but to give them what they need, since you're the professional. And that's something that as a consumer or someone who's receiving services that I appreciate, because the person is not just, where do you want shoes? Okay, the shoes are over there. Let me go take you to the shoes, and here's the shoes we have. But you're asking questions so that you can give them what they need. Being a professional, and hopefully you are, well educated and informed in that area, so you can do that. But my goal would be to give my client what they need, or whatever it is that I'm giving them at that time, whatever the service is, whatever, however I'm helping, give them what they need. Give them something better than what they're actually asking for. Not with the intent of, let me see if I can top what they're asking for, but with the intent of really allowing or helping them to receive progress, to get what it is that they need. Somebody say, oh, I want to, if somebody says, oh, I want to lose weight. Oh, okay, let's lose weight. I'm not going to ask them, well, how do you want to lose weight? No, I'm going to ask questions about, why do they want to lose the weight? How long have they wanted, to lose the weight? And then questions about their current habits. How many times have you worked with a trainer? How many times have you made an attempt, to lose weight? What kind of weight would you like to lose? You just want to, drop the weight, or are you looking, is that part of your motivation? You just want to drop the weight on the scale, or what? I'm asking these questions to find out about them as an individual, because that's going to help me to be able to give them what they need to better satisfy what it is that they need. And I'm finding a way, really, of being able to serve it in such a way, or present it in such a way to where they will receive it. Just like with food. I remember one time I had my niece and her friend for like an afternoon, and we were going to go over my place, and I was going to prepare something for them to eat. They wanted to get something to eat, and they were asking me for Taco Bell. I'm not going to give them Taco Bell, but they wanted Taco Bell. So I said, you know what? I had an idea. We went to the grocery store, got some organic tortillas, organic meat. I took them to the vegetable aisle, and I said, now just pick out one vegetable. Like, what's your favorite vegetable? It was iceberg lettuce. Her friend was not even familiar with any of the vegetables that were there, and then my niece didn't want to choose any of the vegetables that were there. And so when I saw that, I said, wait a second. I asked them this question. When I realized their response, I said, okay, hold on. You can go over here, and let's go make some quesadillas. So we got all organic or ingredients. We got some really good quality organic cheese and tortillas, and some organic ground turkey, even organic spices, the onions, all of these things. And they were kind of looking sideways a little bit while we were purchasing the items, but I went and picked the vegetable that we were going to have, and I picked broccoli, which is very nutrient dense. Well, I took the broccoli and I cooked it a bit, and I chopped it up very, very, very small. And then I, browned the turkey, and, put in the olive oil, and cooked the onions, and the other seasonings and vegetables I was going to put in there. Sauteed those up, and I mixed it all together, and then I put the organic cheese in there. And I made the quesadillas, gave it to both of them. I remember giving both each a plate with one quesadilla. I made them one because I was like, let me see, they like it. They ate it, and then they kind of looked, and I remember the friend saying, "It's okay, we have another one." I said, "Absolutely," but I didn't say no. We need to have some broccoli. No, I identified based on the question that I asked. They probably don't have something, a vegetable that they're going to just jump and get excited for. And so it's that same thing when I'm working with an individual, and I see that when I mention a certain food or a certain concept, if I see their body language is, oh my goodness, I got to get out of here as quickly as I can, then I just roll it on back, switch the subject, and then find another way to get the person what it is that they need, because I want them to have success. And I know that if they can get a taste of it, you know how the Bible talks about taste and see that the Lord is good. Like when you've had an experience with the Lord, you've already tasted it. And it's like you can't get that out of your mind. You know, no matter how much a person will, you know, hate on you for knowing that God loves you, you know, and or being a believer in Christ, you can't get pulled away from that because you've already tasted. It's like you can't convince me because I've already tasted it. You know, it's just like when those quesadillas, they weren't asking me for Taco Bell because I gave them something that was better, and that's what I want to endeavor to do. And so the recommendation of asking questions to find out information from the individual, and then asking questions to find out how much they're aware of what it is that they're doing. If you give a general recommendation and they give you a general answer, you give them a high five and say, "Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. You know, you're about an 8, okay," but you never find out what their definition of eating good is. Well, then how are you going to help them? There's going to be continual frustration. And so that collective information allows you to then apply and find out ways to get them what they need, which are results. And for me, I'm not just looking for aesthetic results for myself or my clients. I'm looking for your body to actually function better, for you to feel good, okay? I told one lady yesterday, I said, "You want to lose weight?" I said, "But you can smoke crack and lose weight if you want to." But I don't think that that's type of weight loss that you want to experience. And since I know the components of the body internally and how what we put on the inside is reflective and it is ultimately going to be what the person wants, even if right now they're hesitant about it, my goal is still the same. So I'm trying to find a way to get them what they need, and I can't do that unless I ask questions. So if you're looking for a trainer or a coach, and right from the beginning, I mean, any health professional really, or like I said, anyone that's going to be offering you service, if they don't ask you any questions, that's kind of a red flag right there from the beginning. Because those questions should be at the beginning, they should be continual, they should be throughout the process of you working with that individual. And so if I were to mention one thing to look out for, something that you can really see from the beginning, it would be that. Make sure that the person is asking you questions to gather information. Okay? And there's some other tips that I'm going to share with you in regards to looking for assistance in your health journey. But I'll leave you with that today. I do hope that was helpful, and I'll look forward to talking to you again with some more fit tips.